And here we go, we are replay live between Caosak and Skeletron on Langreskaya. The third replay today on Langreskaya. What is this nonsense? I thought everyone hates Langreskaya, Kappa. We have Caosak as Osthair with Kappa, close to Kappa Doctrine, Spearhead. And we have Lightning War being picked. On the other side we have Skeletron as USF going straight into Mechanized Company. We have the WC-51 on the way from Skeletron as the second unit. We have Caosak skipping the MG-42 going a full Grenadier build order. Not sure about this on Langreskaya. It's so easy to lock down the map, so MG-42 is really handy. Where's the WC-51? It's skipping on this side, okay. Yeah, we're really uncomfortable to ride. Like people, like the US soldiers always complained about those trucks. Nobody liked them. Because they were like built so they're easy to ship. Right? So, you know, they can be like stacked easily, so they had basically nothing. They were just an engine with 4 wheels and that's it. Third Grenadier on the field from Caosak. No. I like the capping though from the WC-51s on the side to get a little bit more resources, to kickstart your economy, that's nice. Well, sometimes I drop knowledge, Kappa. What's up, Shiny, by the way?
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
WC-51 on the way with the MG. Does the MG also increases like armor? Because I know the WC-51 is really squishy. Fourth Grenadier on the way from Mr. Caosak as well now, so he's actually playing as expected a heavy Grenadier build order. Meanwhile, Caosak is going for the cutoff. He's like, yeah, fight me on the right hand side, left hand side. I will go for your cutoff. It's way worse for you then.
Our supply line just got cut off.
That's a weird angle. We have a lieutenant on the field, so we only see 2 riflemen. So we are going probably to see an Colt and Cup rifleman soon. Once we have 1 VP, and sorry I'm eating a grape, but I'm extremely hungry because I refuse to eat since I will go out to eat later.
Our capture point is being overrun.
Now Caosak is off the field, and the map looks really red. Once the cutoff has been connected or been kept and the rest of the map has been connected, Skeletron will have an insane resource income. 50 kill on the way from Skeletron.
All done over here.
And look at the resource income for Skeletron. You can't be mad about that.
Be advised, ability ready for deployment.
Now, Cav Rifleman are theoretically an option.
One of our capture points.
WC-51 doing some nice damage over there.
Heavy machine gun team ready.
We have a 50 kill on the field. Flamer from Caosak. Yeah, against USF makes sense, right? There is no threat of mines.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Caosak at the moment struggles a little bit for map control, and that's kind of what I expected, to be fair, since he skipped the MG-42. If the Cuff Rifleman on the field could get the Thompsons right away.
We're losing a capture point.
Caosak now capping his fuel bag. Will Skeletron go for the wipe there? 50 cal now inside of the building. It's looking really bad at the moment for Caosak. It looks like his whole early game plan didn't work out. Meanwhile, we have no anti-gun on the field from Caosak. I think... he doesn't have the resources for a 2-2-2. I know he cancelled the AT gun is going for a mortar, or was I just blind and thought he's going for an AT gun even though it was a mortar? This is the replay, obviously, since Caosak is in chat.
A fresh mortar crew has arrived. Hit the fucking dirt! What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Rain is going to...
Now mortar will do some its job over here. Self-repair has been used on the WC-51. Who will win this engagement? Both squads are low? Yeah, the rifleman will win. 2-2-2 now on the way. 50 cal has to go home is really low. Still, Caosak's base PT is looking awful at the moment. Heal now coming up for Caosak, definitely needed. Look how low HP his grenadiers are. Steward on the way. It's always a bad sign when the USF player gets the Steward out at the same timing as you get out your 2-2-2. And you have to even say Skeletron like missed the timing for the Steward to be on the field already. Well, you sent it to me, Caosak, so you put the doom on yourself. And 2-2-2 now coming in, and the WC-51 is blitzing away. Remember the bug with the WC-51? Every time you use the speed up ability, snares didn't hit the WC-51. It hit the squad inside of the W-51, so you could dodge snares with it. Good old times. But you could sometimes, if you were unlucky, the squad inside of the WC-51 got one-shotted. But it was extremely rare.
Heavy truck waiting for deployment.
Steward on the field. Caosak is like, okay, I need an AT gun. But I think with the 2-2-2 and once the AT gun hits the field, he will be able to stabilize a little bit. Or gravity extremely low. Yeah, Tommy, the old times were not particularly that good.
Territory secured. Yes?
Scout car awaiting orders.
Grenadier now getting reinforced. And he'll finally heal.
Grenadiers ready.
A pack gun is ready for orders.
Pack gun now on the field.
Pioneers reporting objective capture.
Yeah, man. You know, if you achieve nothing else in your life, you need to flex on things that are not real. I think Caosak needs an MG42. AT gun will set up. Oh, Cav Rifleman a little bit overconfident. That was completely dubbed by Skeletron. Nice hit from the mortar. One shot in the Steward, one more shot is needed. Might consider going in with the to is Caosak doing that? No.
The capture point is being overrun.
Now Caosak is switching the gas and is from being the defender now the aggressor. That looks really good in my book.
Cut. Germans are making a push.
Oh, but you can't go in against Steward now. AT gun is setting up, might get one shot in. Yep, and this hits the wall. Do we have double 50 kill? No, Biathlon is over there. Lieutenant over here. Oh, you don't want to lose your AT gun, Caosak? That might be... And that's it, that rifleman. The first wipe in this game was made by Caosak against Skeletron, and that was really good. Mighty will lose though a grenadier in return. You know, you want to say something nice about someone and then shit like that happens, and he's replacing the lost squad immediately with a P-Gran, and we have G43s. That's interesting. Mortar now firing over here. The mortar actually paid itself for, like 4 kills, close to Veterancy 2. That looks really good. WC51 gets near, 2-2-2 could go in, but it's on the other side of the map. Also 50 cal now moving over here. Nice nade!
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped
And Lieutenant immediately gets replaced.
Task complete.
But the Grenadier has to retreat now. AT gun should move over. We have Major Tom on the field who uses the artillery barrage immediately. Grenadier, you want to go home? And that's that Grenadier. You know, he does one amazing thing and then does things like that. But that's that rifleman as well. And Skeletron has no rifleman left.
They got wiped out.
And that's a dead WC51. And Skeletron is really behind now. The Pioneer's a little bit over ambitious, trying to get the kill of the Steward with Flamer. One more shot might go in. Yes. Steward has to fall back. Does Caosak already has tagged up? Nope. So Skeletron has the fuel advantage, so the Sherman will hit significantly much more earlier than Caosak will get out before. And that might cause some issues in the long run, but on the other hand, Skeletron lost all of his riflemen. That might be an issue though. Second P-Gran on the way. But still, the map is really red, and it speeds up the timing for the Sherman. We have artillery coming in, and Caosak refuses to react, but that still wasn't enough time, so nothing bad happened. Well, he doesn't need the ammo for bars, since he has no riflemen left. But I think this will cause a big issue in the long game, and sorry for the bad camera movement. Since without riflemen, he has no mainline, and that will, in the long run, bite him in the ass against double P-Gran and double Grenadier. Like, there's nothing in the loadout of Skeletron's army that I think that it will be able to cope with the Panzer Grenadiers, at least infantry-wise. And the map is slowly turning blue again, and that's something Caosak will definitely be happy about it. Caosak can now take up to tier 3 and will probably do it in the foreseeable future. Yeah, but that's no dangerous. First of all, you can upgrade your P-Grins with G43s. Like, there's nothing that Skeletron can do then against P-Grins with G43s. They just shit on everything that the USFS player has. Even Cup Rifleman will lose. That can't be true. And that might not true, but I think also Scuff Rifleman, at least in the really past, had really horrible veterancy. But I don't know if that's still true. Sherman on the field. More artillery coming down.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Where's the AT gun? AT gun is... Oh, nice hit by the artillery. Might get the wipe. Oh, that might be second AT gun on the field, so Sherman might go down. Where's the we don't have snares close by.
Ability now ready.
That's it. 2-2-2. But the Sherman might also go down. AT gun setting up. Stuart gets abandoned. Let's go unupgraded Cav Rifleman. 2-2 against Stuart, it's a good trade. And that's it at Cav Rifleman if Caosak decides to chase.
We just lost a unit. Capture complete. The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points. Rifle squad ready for action.
The new Cav Rifleman is sitting defeat. They're also not that cheap. Well, they're not expensive. I was thinking like 300 manpower. Tough retreat, but should be fine for Caosak. There's the second P-Grand. Yeah, they should save the day there. Oh, might get the web if he's chasing, but I think late reaction there. More G43s are coming out. I think I would have prioritized the P-Grants with G43s. Tier 3 now finally coming up. Oh man. If there are any games on Artem, I would love to cast them. Artem is really entertaining. I'm really surprised how well the mortar performs. Every time I see a mortar, I'm really like, I don't expect it to do that great, and then it proves me wrong. I have a really bad perspective about the mortar. I always think it's bad. So Skeletron is close to getting out the second P4, and Caosak even still didn't have enough fuel for the first P4. That really tells how BIT is resource-wise. That's that AT gun.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
I never said it's bad, I just don't like it. That's but the thing is, how can Caosak be so pinned in this base? Like, cause Skeletron has no army, and still Caosak is not able to get map control. Lieutenant died once again. It's hard to keep track of the losses of Skeletron because there are so many of them. Get an MG man, Caosak. Like, if you have an MG, you are easier to deal with those Cav Riflemen, and then you finally will be able to gain some map control. Yeah, but there are 2 Cav Riflemen. And you had 4 infantry squads, now you have 3. But still, it should be an issue to keep map control. Because there are only 2 fighting squads of them. And even if you need to 2 versus 1 Cav Rifleman, you still should have more manpower then. Yes, he needs 1 machine gun. German coming in, red smoke over here. The problem is that I did over to Sherman. If Skeletron commits in the right moment, he could wipe your ass. Like, no, if he goes in. Yeah, that's game, right?
We have 300 points remaining.
Now, Cossack will drive, Skeletron will drive into your base and kill everything you have.
Our base is under attack.
Well, on the other hand, Skeletron has nothing to capitalize on those wipes, right? So,
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
if Skeletor is able to get the hand of both AT gods, it's definitely over.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Before now on the field. Oh, look at this hit!
Our HQ is under attack. The enemy has clipped a wedge in our lines.
50 Cat in a good position, he's switching to AP. The battle of RNG is on! German is veteran C2, so I think it will win. But I'm not sure if veteran C matters that much in this engagement. Well, you had like one whole reload circle advantage. Yeah. No bad for German is veteran faster. But Caosak was able to recover all his losses. But Skeletron has such... I think if he had popped combined arms, he would have killed you. Yes, it's true, like...
We have 200 points remaining.
Respect you. And I disrespectfully disagree with you, Caosak Kappa. Like, combined arms is so amazingly good. This one before has to make it count.
German infantry, cut them down.
He's really lucky that the Grenadier didn't went to hell, otherwise it would have looked really, really bad. Panzer 4 promoted! The map is so red. If Caosak wins, I will really tip my hat to you, sir. But it looks really bad for you. For example, now getting Satchel would have been first GG moment.
Capture point.
Pigrins should win this, right? Yeah, look. It was not even a close engagement. What are you telling me, Caosak? Yeah, no Satchel. What a mistake. New Pigren on the way?
Standing by. We've captured it.
Yeah, but that was like other fire coming in as well. And like they would drop one model and wipe the whole squad.
Watch for counterattacks.
But I think in the last fight there was like they didn't charge the long distance. Like they were coming from here, right? So there were less line of sight to get fire in.
Anti-tank mines planted and set.
Yeah, because like the only disadvantage Pigrants get with G43s, but that's a minor one, is that close range. So if the enemy is able to get an ambush of you, Pigrants with G43s have slightly worse close range capabilities than the normal Pigrants. But in all other ranges, they are better. So if the enemy doesn't get the short range ambush up, going on you, you will win. That's a dead grenadier.
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
It's such a messy game. And more artillery is coming in. I'm surprised that Caosak is still in the game. Is like I said, once Caosak gets a little bit of it, like now I think Cav Rifleman is slowly falling behind, and that might be the nail in the coffin for Skeletron. But Skeletron is really passive, man. I think he could have done way more damage there. God, the Caosak is still alive with literally no income. Cav Rifleman doing some nice work there. And we have a Schluck on the way from Caosak. A second tank after the fourth tank from Skeletron.
The enemy is overrunning one of our
And that's that Cav Rifleman, probably. But yeah, now comes the big all-in push and I... Tellermine! Oh, nice Tellermine! I didn't saw Tellermine earlier. That's really good, actually. That's Sherman. And the second Sherman is really late on the reaction there. And that might be actually a really dumb engagement what Mr. Skeletron is now doing. Should pop combined arms for the extra rate of fire, and range, and vision. Stuck hits the field. Bounces. Extra rate of fire and line of sight and range with combined arms. Stuck hits the ramp. And now it's going close quarters. Should you smoke? Oh, that's an intense micro fight. Attack on ground from both players. ATs need to attack on ground as well. German is repositioning, gets the finishing blow in and has to run. But it will not get there because Caosak was too slow. But he gets killed and abandoned. And the mortar gets...
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Who got on top? What's up, Von Ivan? Yeah, I think that's no win for Caosak. Oh, glorious. Glorious. It's so glorious, this game. And finally, Caosak has an MG. Yeah, because you refuse to get the G43s on the P-Grants. You're making your life harder in this game Caosak than it should have been. If Skeleton went like Ooga Booga suicide mode, you would have lost.
A capture point is being
But
overrun.
it's enough for one G43 upgrade. You could have already clicked on that. We guess you will upgrade to Grenadier first.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Told you, man. You know the Grenadiers are already losing the engagement. But you know the Pirates will win the engagement. So what do? We upgrade the Grenadiers because they will lose the engagement anyways. Every engagement could look like that.
Capture point is under attack.
Maybe it doesn't matter what is the bigger upgrade difference. Like if you still lose the engagement, it doesn't matter if you lose a little bit or lose hard. Or like losing is losing, right? Meanwhile, if the upgrade can make you win an engagement, it's obviously better to get another squad that wins the engagement.
Waiting for orders.
So what do you expect? Oh man. People on the way for Caosak.
What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits?
This game is incredible. It's of course I'm a results oriented man.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points. A capture point is under attack.
You know, it's way worse getting second place than getting last place because you went you came so far and still lost in the end. Kappa. People are coming around the corner. Finally, they get the G43 upgrade. Now will deal with the scrap over there.
Send your orders.
Sherman is like Caosak has won this game, obviously. I think, unless, well, I don't want to say something because things like that can happen, but it doesn't matter. I think that much. 80 gun is in a good position. 80 gun is in a good position. Thank you. Equal trade.
Medium tank was
Oh,
just
Jesus.
lost.
Yeah,
Rifle
what
squad
else
ready
can
for
I
action.
say, man? You rarely see attrition battles between USF and Austria. Normally it's like the attrition battle with Soviets, right? And not that way around. I'm just stunned on this game.
Krauts are taking one of our points. Grab your shit and follow me.
Mines coming down. The Teller mines will be helpful since there's no sweeper. We have a full cuff rifle army now.
A capture
Please
point
get
is under
G43s on
attack.
him ASAP. Yeah, you have to go home. You already know one model.
Losing a capture
But
point.
still, if you were full HP, you would have won the engagement. Half rifleman coming in. So yeah, guys, I hope you have some free time today. Like, don't planned anything because this game will probably go on for till tomorrow. So hilarious. That's good. Like, Caosak built 4 tanks at best. Let me check. Actually, after this engagement, and he hit. Thank God he hit. And that's a wipe because Skeletron is late on the reaction. You could use the snare.
We're losing. Bail out! Bail! We just lost a medium tank. Germans down to 75 points.
Second MG might will be helpful as well. And you want to close in, you know, 0.9 moving accuracy modifier is really handy. You get way more damage done. Ostwind. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense, I'm not sure. But you think, Tommy, Ostwind is a good idea? I'm just... Well... It's cheap anti-infantry, right?
Overrunning one of our capture points. Our supply line just got cut off.
And he needs cheap and good anti-infantry.
Press your attack. They're down to 50 points.
50 rupees remaining. There's no AT gun, so your Ostwind is good. And with double AT guns, you should theoretically be able to defend your Ostwind against a single tank. Yeah, it's a fast solution that doesn't lead to well at all, that's true. But you should not overextend. Imagine now a Sherman comes out over here and then you lose your Ostwind. Look, the late reaction of leaving the ambulance after like Caosak already gave up attacking the ambulance. Ah, I should leave now. Fucking glorious. The sad thing is, I expect him to go Goose, but also, due to the vehicle, you get combined arms, which is really, really good on the P grants. Yeah. But I would advise you not to go for triple cap, just to be safe. Ostwind close to Veterans who won. Sherman hits the field. Our prayers have been heard. An MG42 is on the way. Sherman coming around the corner. But the AT guns are over there, so it should be fine. And he cancelled it. I have no idea what to think of this game. Why are you running? Go in! Skeletron is bleeding manpower though. He should have stayed with 3 or 4 and not a 5th Cav rifleman.
What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green as green can be.
Oh, this Ostwind loss. Oh, it hurts so much. I'm not sure if I should be impressed by this game or do I feel, or should I feel pain?
Welcome to the death factory, boys.
Stuck on the way.
We're losing a capture point.
Steady up.
Yes. Yes, the note sacred. Thank God. You know, there's a button that you need to click. You don't need to click it anymore because the squad went to heaven. A victory is a victory nonetheless, right, Kappa? It's entertaining though. We get snared, right? Yeah, and that's that, sure. We can commit this, and that will be no game. The mist did damage. The Grenadier died as well.
A medium tank.
But now with the G43 P grants, with that 3 against low vet, cuff rifleman,
Our supply
that
line's cut. Germans are making a push.
that might be even a wide. Yes, that's game. Skeletron
Damn
lost.
Krauts just wasted some of our riflemen.
And Stück, it's doing what it should, facing with his ass to the front.
Overrunning one of our capture points. Our supply line just got cut off.
Yeah, and Skeletron froze in the tower. This game was entertaining, I would say, but on a different level entertaining. Let's go to the match stats, have a look. Let's count how many Shamans were built. Seven AT guns went to